Hello there, Folkarinos and fellow lab dwellers. Well, here we are with another lantern project. Here we have, this is an Embury number 210. This is it's a Windsor. EMBURY Windsor. So this is an Embury Warsaw. In pretty nice shape. It's got some pretty consistent oxidation, which is going to give it a really cool texture. And that's really cool about distressed Embury steel. I love the texture. It's like kind of like, I don't know, golf ball. Well, it's not really golf ball, but love that. Just bubbly, not smooth, but it's the same everywhere. Yeah, that's what's cool about it. So this looks a little bent. Yeah, it's a little bent, I think. Just a little bit here. Just a little bit. Not enough to be concerned about because this is old. So, boy, it needs a repair here. So we gotta have to fix that up. And if I remember right, in more recent models, they had to put bracing in here because this had broke a lot. We'll get that fixed up. We'll get her all fixed up. I don't think I got a whisker globe, though. I got a red one. We'll see how it looks. And this thing needs a cap, and I just went looking through all my parts. Oh, it's hard finding caps that match stuff, with the same threads. This one went in there, but I am concerned that it'll be super duper shiny chrome under that. I can make it not shiny anymore. That's not a problem. But I did find this one kind of a weird. You can see it's more shallow. But I like the metal looks old under there, and it looks like that one goes in. So maybe we'll go with that one. A couple other options here. Not same thread. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are not the same thread. These are just Hong Kong made. I just grabbed them because I'm throwing out the bodies of them. I'm purging parts. That's why I'm all dirty. I'm purging parts from old lanterns so I can get rid of the carcasses, make room for more junk lanterns. That's collecting for you, folks. That's right. All right, let's take a look at things here. All right, so preliminarily, I say we'll go with that one. These we'll put over there for now. We'll put all of them over there for now. But I think that might be our go-to, just because I like the old-looking steel. Does not look like it's, right off the boat. Just fresh and new and shiny and gross. Cool. I think that'll be it. So, let's see here. Very nice. Fits all. No problems with it. I can either put a blank one in here. Oh, wait, well, this is Hot Blast, so I think I got something much more appropriate. This thing's got quite the consistent paint job. It's a flat black. Oh, there's a little crunch. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a crunch up there. I just kind of threw this off a little bit to the point where this is hitting over here. Not letting this go up all the way. And that's probably why that probably happened, and somebody tried going with the lift mechanism and then snap that solder off. I bet you. But how can I regain that? Where is the problem? I'll have to look that over and find out, is there a way we can bend that back a little bit without breaking any other welds? Well, let me think about that. Yeah, I see no real solution to getting back into that freedom of movement there. But I think it goes high enough. We're going to have to see once we get this reseated how high it goes to a point. Does it stop? Does it give you enough to light it? So, all right, we'll have to come back to that. Okay. So, wow. Oh, it's painted on. That's why. Oh, hell. Well, might have to wait until we get paint off to get that off of there. Well, we'll see if that helps us get that off. It's just painted on. I mean, I don't think there's any rust at all in there. Inside the fount does not look perfect, but that is because it had gone without a cap for who knows how long. Club guard, club plate look good. All right, let's see. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait until we get the paint on. Or I could try a little heat and see if the heat helps us out. Son of a bitch. Might as well get it off the whole way and fixed. Oh, man. Wow. Son of a... I've never had that happen before. But I never tried heat to get that off there. And the burner is... oh, man. We got double jeopardy here. Because the burner's stuck. Son of a bitch. Well, I've never had that happen, but that's the first time I tried putting heat on it. So that was my bad. I didn't think I was going to undo solder all the way around like that. I mean, I'd like to take this right off and then work at the burner, but the burner's still stuck. Burner's still stuck under there. So let me just see if I can continue getting this thing up. Coming off. I think we got it. At least the cone, anyway. Oh, smokes. Wow. Weird. Okay, now gotta get the burner out. This brass? Yeah. A brass burner in it, though. Doesn't look like an Embry burner. But this is a Windsor, so they may have upped the quality. I can't see exactly where I need to put. Okay, there it is down there. Jeepers. Well, this will be interesting because it'll be a first for me repairing such an issue. If we can get that far, man, I gotta get some oil in there, but I can't get at it. It's a very unique problem going on here. For me, anyway. Go, Croyle, go. Wish I could almost lift this up and almost. Oh, I can get at it actually a little bit. I think from down here. There's a good perspective. Ooh, well, Looks like a tight fit too. Shit. Good. Oh boy. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, man. Just because there's no way that I can get down at that lip with any kind of implement. Well, can here technically, but I don't even think I could even get at that lip. It's a very unique problem, I feel like, here with this thing. I never had an approach like this. But that's what, this is perfect because you guys, and that's most of the reason I'm doing any of this. And so, you know, you have a lantern, and I wonder what I do with this kind of problem. Let's look on this guy's channel where he fucks up everything. And I know what to do and what not to do by watching him fuck up. Might have to go into the bottom too. Might have to croil the bottom. In the meantime, I'm going to go get the paint off of this thing. Maybe that'll kind of help a little bit too. Man. But looking at the solder, it doesn't look like it's going to be all that hard a job to repair it. So I'm not concerned about that. And now that I know structurally what is depending on what, these are independent. So the little air chamber here is independent from here. So this isn't like a system that's all one piece. So they are independent pieces. Well, that's good to know. I've never saved any of these from, now that I think about it, boy. Never saved any of these from harvesting parts, which I just did. That's why I'm so dirty. I just harvested a whole bunch of parts. Never harvested any of these, but then again, I've never really needed any of them. As other stuff would have been needed way before this would be needed. And I don't think I would even continue with something that would need that. Although, you know, you get up a pristine 1880s lantern that needed one of these, but yeah. All right, so next order of business is get paint off, and then we're gonna work at that burner. We'll let the croil work on that for a while. And then we'll be back at it. Oh boy. It's funny, whenever at the beginning of a video where I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna need a whole lot of work because it's so nice. And then I find, yeah, I generate my own problem here. So that's what happened. I applied the heat to the upper part here, and all the heat obviously transferred down and loosened the solders around here enough that it took less leverage to disconnect that than it did this from the cone. And you can see from the inside here, heavily rusted. So yeah, that was sealed up tight, man. But hey, croil. I think croil came to the rescue here. Got that off. All right, let's go see what kind of metal we got underneath this thing. And we'll be back. Well, look how much paint is left. Man, oh man. That paint, I don't know what the hell that shit is. I'm going to assume it was a high temperature stove paint. Because what a bear. I mean, 2 applications of Easy Off, which will burn your face off, for crying out loud. Didn't touch it. Both times did not touch it. Then I squirreled to town and got some stripper, a gel stripper. Put it on there. I left it on there for an hour. Nothing except grime. All that freaking paint remover grime. So what I'm going to do is see, I know where I can get the bench grinder to. I'll get rid of the paint here. I mean, I don't know how much you're seeing here, but I kind of want to try acetone real quick. Acetone on a rag, see if that helps any before I go to nuts. Trying to get the rest of this off in the corners and things. If this works, that'd be great. Problem is, the stuff evaporates immediately. nothing. Oh my God, what is this shit, man? Wow. Maybe it has something to do with the porous, well, not the porous, but the texture. You know? You know, the texture of the paint. Can you see that? You seeing that? I can't tell if you're focused on that or not. Okay. I'm going to go to the bench grinder. Oh, yeah, and before doing so, I'm going to put even more Croil in here on the burner. That's still a problem we have to worry about is this freaking burner. And I was toying with this burner a little earlier. It is fragile. It is brass, and it is fragile. It is an old EMBURY burner. All right, off to the bench grinder. I'll be right back. Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of took the paint off. Jeepers. Well, I tell you, the steel is going to look great when it's cleaned up. But there is some work to do yet. And by the way, I need to. It's bugging me. I need to get to work on this burner here. Let's see. I want to hold that up out of the way so I can screw with it. Let me see. I need a clip to hold this up. Yeah, maybe that'll hold it up while I mess with it. Where was I getting best access? It was here. Man, oh man, it's just that there's no gap. There's just no gap to get a screwdriver in. Oh man, no gap. Unless it's just full of shit. I gotta get a closer look. Where are my 4.0s? There we go. You ever notice that the tool that you want at the time seems to always be the one on the bottom? Okay, there is a gap there, but not enough room for much else other than this freaking razor blade. So what I'm trying to do is two reasons: trying to get some space here. I can stick a tool in there, but also maybe access for Croil to get in there. Because if I'm getting all the junk out of this crack, it was probably blocking that from getting in. Oh man, there's just no gap. Oh man, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I mean, that is real tight. So I'm gonna try a couple of other methods. I can give this a tap to the side because we're loose here. Oh man, see, I'm just trying to push on that rim, and it's brass, and I just lightly press on it, and I just bent the heck out of it. I mean, I bent it back and everything, but oh man, this is super delicate burner. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this without wrecking it, man. God, there's just no access. I really messed that up. But I mean, I have more access because of this screw up, but I guess I'm gonna have to Croil through the tank and let it sit overnight. I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. But there's water in the tank because I just rinsed this thing. So what I was going to do, I was going to put a pipe ring around it. Something like this. Which is an idea where you put it around the burner, around the top part. And you use this as a surface to tap on it with a hammer. But I'm going to try to pry it in a couple ways here and see. Oh, I did it. I can't believe it. Okay, I just made my evening much better. A little tap-tap-a-roo. I did kind of bring that brass out a little bit, but I can fix that. What a relief. So, this must be a Windsor burner. I wonder if this is, remember how tight this was for me to get on there? I wonder, well, it has the same pitting. But I wonder if this had, I bet you it did have a brass cap and a brass cone. It might have a brass cone. Let's see.
Yeah, okay, Brandon.
It's worn. I had another brass cap.
Yeah, it's always highway where you got to keep up with
Okay,
the pace.
So I'll clean up the rest of that, but I wanted to make sure everything was good.
You're kind of being
Not a problem.
almost like a hazard. So,
Huh.
they're gonna
Wow,
put
boy, that is
in all the vehicles.
brittle brass, man. I'm not gonna mess with that too much. Okay, we got the bale. Bale is kind of a mess.
And I believe even in Canada.
There's the bend right there. Use the vise to clean that up. So this is an interesting look into this part. Oh man, it's not something you see every day. Been a lot of places like the spaces like this that I have seen the last couple of days. I've gone nuts on a couple of lanterns. Pretty cool. I'll clean that up in there and I'll start cleaning up everything else. Get the junk bit out and see if the junk bit has any luck with this paint. And once we get it all cleaned up, we'll do this. We'll fix this up. Oh, it's all over everything. Man, oh man, things. Ugh. Who knows? Maybe tonight I'll end up throwing on. Gonna try stripper. Do like overnight. Leave stripper on overnight. See what happens. That okay. I can go to bench grinder with that, and then I will go with a junk bit. Let's see. One with enough meat on it. These are all pretty chewed up. Okay, so I got a good amount of the paint off. Now I got to work on this that's been bugging me. Okay, well, I'm going to leave these rips in it here because, yeah, it'll just be something to catch on if I flatten them back out. But that looks a million times better. A million gazillion. That one looks fine. Oops. Okay. All right. So that's good. Let's see. Placement of this here. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, good. I forgot. I can get this off of here. That'd be much easier on me. There. Okay. It's so much easier to put that on. Great. And I can't get this off because unless I go nuts up here and straighten all that out. Yeah, I don't want to do that. The less evasive we are, the better. Like I said, this thing's crooked too and all mashed, but it's not awful. Not an awful amount. Not an awful amount of crap. Okay, that's a big old hunk of solder. Okay, we'll have that back. Clean this up, by the way. Oh, I could clean up the inside of it, but yeah, no stamping anywhere on this one. Nowhere, nothing, nothing. Okay, let's see. Clean up the inside of this and this. Okay, I'm gonna go with a wire wheel. Giving this a little length in case I need to get into spots. Okay, wire wheel time. Man, I don't know what's wrong. I think maybe that this little thing here. I forget what they're called. The chuck is giving out, not great, not keeping a hold on things all that well. Got kind of an attitude. Anyway, so what I've been trying to do here is there is lots of black paint stuck in the corners and things. A lot of it, I think I want to just let it stay there and let it be part of the paint patina, or the metals patina. We'll just kind of, I'm curious how it's going to look when it's wet. If it'll look like there's obvious paint left behind. Man, it's just, I mean, even after bench grinder, it's just all over the place. Maybe it could be an optical illusion. It could just be me seeing rust dust on top of the bare metal. It could be. Maybe I'm just seeing things, And I turned off the ultraviolet light here because it was throwing up some false shadows and things. Oh, by the way, I learned, so we had this issue with this not being able to go all the way to the top because it was meeting up here where it was crunched. And I realized that it had been crunched in here. So we just pull that out a little bit and everything's golden there. So we just got to figure out, get this out to the right distance and then re-pinch that. But how can I re-pinch that? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can. Maybe just leave it. Maybe. Well, there's a little something there. Problem is leverage. I'd have to pull all this off. I really just don't, I have very, very rarely taken a smoke bell off a hot blast. It's because I don't want to make that look awful. Even though that's hidden, it's still me and tool marks, and like improper bends and things that, that's why I don't. But we'll see. So when it comes to, we got lots of other repairs. We got all kinds of, we got our air chamber to replace. We got to put the lift lever mechanism back on. And, yeah. So, but at least now we can get this to go pretty darn near the top. So this will have full motion. Once I figure out how to stabilize that. Well, maybe if I bring that up. Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. I'm going to continue going with the wire wheel, trying to make sure that I got all the little black paint bits out of here and there and everywhere. Okay, now I'm going to go over this with, I'm going to go with 320 bit as opposed to our 800. I'm going to start with the 320. Wow, yeah, I killed that whole wheel. Usually, boy, yeah. I think Walmart has changed their manufacturing. First, they were all faulty for a couple of months where these were all coming loose, and now they're just coming apart real fast. So I think that they have changed their formula or manufacturer or something because they suck. They suck. I mean, I knew there was a small amount of suckiness compared to a Dremel because you get 4 of these for like less than the cost of 2 of the Dremel. But I think if you add up, I don't know, project time, that's hard to say. I think Dremel's still ahead on that, to tell you the truth. Well, we'll see. The verdict is still out. All right, 320 grit. We'll give this a once over. And we'll do some stuff, and then I'm probably still going to go over to the 800 to finish it. I mean, I have my many layers, my many very soft layers, my method for just getting down to the look I want. So this is the next step. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I think I'm going to steel wool now. By the way, I got the bale all back to a proper uniform shape. Is that the shape for this? I think so. I think so. It closely resembles what I took off there. It's just not bent all over. So we're going to steel wool now, and then we're going to tackle our repairs. Should be interesting. Well, you know what? I missed a whole area here, and I didn't even do pointy bit. Didn't even get the pointy bit. Boy, oh boy, I'm slipping here. So we're gonna go looking around. There's no paint or anything to get off, but there might be some things in the little corners here. Some black paint remaining. So let me do some pointy bit, then I'll continue with this, and then we'll see where we are at. Okay, so we are all steel wooled up. Things are looking nice here. Things are looking nice. Okay, so I'm gonna clip this up with my little clip. Oh, wow, that hurt. These little clips are strong, man. Okay, so I'm gonna get that to hold that up. Oh, something just came plopping out of an air tube. What is that? Wow, wow, I'm so glad that's out of there, because that was totally clogging that tube. Wow. Wow. Boy, oh boy. That was just a chunk of dirt. Well. Okay, I don't see any other remnants. Thank God, that's great. Because that, yeah, that was total blockage for sure. Nah, it looks like mud. But it could, all it takes is like one little cottony, like insect nest to clog it. And then, you know, all insect droppings and, you know, carcasses and stuff could stack up on top of it over 50 years and end up looking like dirt, like that. Okay, so my little clamping down did not do its thing. There. Okay. I think now we will do the air chamber area. See if I can plop this back exactly where it was. I think that's right about it, but it just needs to go down just a tad. I wonder if it'll go down once if I loosen up some solder. Yeah, it will. Okay. Oh, okay, we got it, I think. Yeah, that'll go down a little more once I loosen up some other solders. You gotta be careful though, me loosening up solders. So that's what made this problem. Okay, so we're down there. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna play it safe, even though everything, both surfaces are tinned. I am going to tin the surface, or not. I'm gonna put some flux down. I'm gonna put some flux down. I like to have the metal a little warm when I put it on. Yeah, like I said, I hope I don't loosen up some other weird solder joint and this thing just falls to pieces. I'm gonna clean up with some acetone, get rid of all this flux, and then I will take a little tool in there, smooth these out, make them look a bit more natural. So I think when soldering with a big old soldering iron, which they probably used to make this, was a like a coal heated metal, giant metal soldering iron, big blocky looking thing. I think those things are much better at kind of covering little gaps. It seems like when you heat with a torch, I think you're heating up so much of the metal around your work area there that it slips right past, because it's all the surfaces are really hot, as opposed to selected ones, which would be what you would be able to do with a handheld soldering iron. But at least that's been my assessment. But I need to learn how to use these giant handheld soldering irons. I have a couple, and I had found at garage sales, and I've been using them, and they've been working pretty darn good, actually. But I need to get better. I need to get better at all this, and that's why I've been buying or grabbing or finding lanterns that are broken and need work, so I can learn how to do those things. So people are probably thinking like, oh man, well he does this to all his lanterns. Well, I'm only doing it to the lanterns that I'm buying for the channel. And they all need things. Why would I come on here with something that didn't need anything? That'd be silly. Okay, so now we have our other repair to do here. I'm still getting, man, freaking flux, man. Freaking flux, man. All right, put the, all right, I think what I need to do is get the blobs of solder off here. I can't line it up very well because of these blobs. So I'm going to get the blob out of here. Okay, now let me see if this, ooh, Nelly. That'll cool it off quick. All right. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, now I can find our spot, I think. And we can have things meet up. Oh yeah, this is totally different. Wow. All right, now I need to get another close-up look here and see what's going on. I'm going by old solder marks. Oh, this thing got twisted a little bit. Looks like. Okay. Now we just need to bend that back. Okay, I'm going to play in the vise a little bit. I'll be right back. Well, this has been an interesting game of push and pull here because of all the bends, all the bends from whatever kind of damage happened to this thing. So it's been really hard to find the right spot to put our bracket here. Hopefully. And like I said at the beginning, this definitely was improved upon in later years because this is, I think they put brackets and things and beefed up this thing and gave it an anchor that goes to the top of the tank. So I'm going to try to load up on some, get a good anchor on things here. Let's see what I can do. Well, I got a whole bunch up in behind there. See if I can get some over on this side. Okay, so we'll give that a minute. I think there's a big old anchor there on the back. Question is, can I add some to the front without releasing that? But maybe this is good enough. Maybe. Let's see if I can get something in the other side while I have it clamped here. Carefully clamped. Okay. Heat it up a little bit for some flux. All right, wonder how we did. We're not gonna know until I get this clamp off and check it out. Okay, good. I didn't solder the clamp to anything. I did set my sandbag on fire a little bit. Okay, yeah, I can see it, all the, yep, we made contact all through the underside. Great. So I don't have to put any on the outside. And we go all the way to the top now that we adjusted the top air tube. Things are coming together here. Ooh, boy. Okay, great. Great. So now I'll give that area a proper cleaning up. And then we'll see what's next. Well, okay, we have steel wooled. And we have done our repairs. And I think now we can throw some oil on this baby. Get this completed. So this is... Yeah, good. Things are shaping up, man. I tell you, all the little things wrong with this, they were quietly going away. Nice. Okay, super. Let's get her oiled up. I can't wait to see now this nice dark oil. This nice dark metal. It's going to look when it's oiled up. I'm still getting the cloudiness from the acetone off there. It picks up grime while it's still wet, but it dries in like less than a second. And that grime that was in that little pool of it that runs down, it dries in a different spot on your lantern, so it immediately looks dirty when acetone dries on something, unless the surface it was on was incredibly clean as well. All right. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay. And I got some new brushes. Thank God, man. Finally got new brushes, and I threw the other ones out. Kind of ridiculous. All right. I'm watching it wick up the brand new, watching the oil wick up. That's what kerosene does inside your lantern. So you put it in there and it just kind of wicks up all by itself. Defies gravity. Now, yeah, I got a color there. Still seeing a little bit of black paint around the edge. I don't care. That's okay. little badging of past painting and patina. All right, let's see how things look here. Oh man, this new brush. Oh, never gonna feel like this again, but feel like Bob Ross. Wow, that probably had to be one of my longest oil on, oil off sessions, purely because I think I'm still getting it off of here, out of the corners and stuff. What it is, it's because of this like golf ball like texture here. It's just holding everything in. You can't get it off with just a simple wipe of a rag. You gotta work it out. I don't like that look of wet in the corners. Drives me batty. This camera's really pick it up too. Man, oh man, yeah. I mean, I did all this a couple of times and I'm still seeing it. It's just me. Just me. Being me. Hello, me. It's me. Anybody have a reference? Know the reference to that song? Yes. I think we got it now. And we're pretty much done. We are pretty much done here. That's if everything works correctly once we're all assembled here. And I gotta find a proper globe. I don't know, I don't recall ever seeing a marked hot blast Embry, like with whiskers on it. I mean, I've seen them with like Embry Rochester and Embry number 0 and some of these old ones. I've never had one in my possession, but trying to figure out what type of globe I want to stick in here. And here is our replacement globe from a made in Hong Kong land, and I think it's kind of stylish, man. I like the style there. It's very different than like this one came out of another made in Hong Kong one. Now you can see. That's why look at that. I mean, just way over polished. Looks way too new. This one was going to be second place, but I knew the second I got the paint off, it would have been super shiny. So that's why I'm sticking with this one. It is dull. Oh boy, that just barely fits, but it fits enough for me. All right, cool. So if I went any tighter with that, it would reset itself. That's gonna have to suit it. Okay, so let's see. Let's find a vintage wick to go in there. What did I do with the one that was in it? Oh yeah, yeah. I washed it, put it in here. Oh, chewed, but we could put this back in. Yeah, it's pretty chewed and just rolls through there because there's not a whole lot of real estate left on it. It's very thin. Yeah, to the thin to the point where it's not going to really grab it. Maybe I'll find something else. Let me see. Great. I haven't even tested this tank, but it looks pretty solid. I'm not going to light this today. All right. Nice. So, yeah, I'm curious as to, I mean, in Windsor's, at least what I've seen, would have like a brass cone, brass cap, brass burner. This one has brass burner, but I mean, I don't know what kind of cap came on it. Who knows? Maybe there were just different grades to it as well. Maybe that's one more step up to get that brass. All right, let me go get a globe plop in here. One sec, and we're done. Okay, so I got a fatty here, nice fatty, very unusual. I don't know, very unusual shine through on this. Very cool, very thick, lots of bubbles. I'm assuming this is pretty old in comparison to my other things, but let's put this fatty in here. I think it was made for it. Nice. Yeah, and the lever works. Nice. Nice and smooth. That makes me happy because we started out with not a whole lot here. Man, this thing was all busted up. All right, well, now I can turn this on and admire a little bit. Okay, let's come on down here and take a look at it. There we have it. Very cool. EMBURY 210 Windsor. Oh, you know what I haven't used in a couple of days is my rotating plinth. Yeah, I haven't used it much because since I found it, I've done nothing but super tall lanterns, which do not fit under here. In fact, it's breaking things here. Some of my modifications for directing light have come loose because of the giant lanterns. So here we have. I'm gonna widen out a little bit. There we go. EMBURY Windsor 210 Hot Blast. Very cool. So we got repaired air tubes at the top. We we had to repair an air chamber that I destroyed. Fix that. We fixed the lift mechanism and everything. Great. Yeah, check out the globe. Some very cool blobs in there. I mean, there's like no rhyme or reason. See that? Going across, you just think about a dude with his big stick, sticking it in the glass and putting it in the mold. See that streak going across, kind of diagonal, right there? Just think about that blob being put in there by some guy 100 years ago. more than 100 years ago. Oh, I didn't put the bail on yet. Mm. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, I'll do a couple seconds of this so I can add it to the hype shot at the end. Okay, we're done. EMBURY 210, Windsor, with our repairs all around there. They don't look too bad. They're kind of factory. I've seen some factory ones look like that. Right? Yeah. They don't put that much solder on there. They do it a lot more sparingly. I'll tell you what. And this, all nicely anchored from the inside. All right, that's gonna do it, folks. Yeah, boy, oh boy, that was something. But I'm glad it is done, and it is ready to go. Very cool, folks. Thanks you so much for stopping by. Hey, and as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.